All right, and welcome back to the 2015 Fusion Realtors Open. This is the final match of the entire tournament. Matt Sherrick alongside tournament director Joe Engelkiss and my partner in crime, the great Ricky Matsko. We are calling you this action from Maple Lanes in Waterloo, Iowa, where we have two amazing competitors going to battle it out for this final match here and take home the top prize of $2,600.
And the second place takes home $2,100.
In this match, we will have Matt Smith, who just defeated Brad Miller in a nail biter. They tied with 175, and then they go into a 9th and 10th ball roll-off where Matt Smith wins by one pin.
One pin, and what a fortunate break for Matt Smith.
Yes.
He throws it out the window in the 10th frame.
To leave the 1-2 and the 10 falls late.
Manages to get the 10 out. That was the biggest break of the day.
So
the whole day, the whole tournament probably.
Yes. More than, I mean, probably one of the biggest breaks in recent bowling memory form.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys are actually playing for more than the $2,600, $2,100. There's $560 also in the Bet You Win pot.
Oh, yeah.
Both bowlers are in that, so the winner actually will walk out of here with $3,160.
Wow.
And who is Matt Smith taking on in this final match? None other than PBA Tour champion Marshall Kent. What do you guys think about the chances on who's going to win this match?
I mean, the way that Matt Smith just bowled on this exact pair, he went front 8 on it, shoots 279 with a wrap 10. It's anybody's game. It really is. This is going to be such a close match. Like I said, these two were only 6 pins apart in qualifying, and win or lose, whoever comes out on top, I feel like it's going to be a great match. I don't know if we can get quite as nail-biting as last game, but let's hope that we get close.
And when the last match was going on, when Brad Miller was facing Matt Smith, Marshall Kent is down on 3 and 4 practicing. And where was he practicing, Ricky?
He was practicing in front of the ball return. We were saying earlier that the ball return is a lot longer than your traditional ball return, so even getting a 3-step approach in on that is quite a challenge. So it's kind of cool to see Marshall Kent in front of the ball return practicing down there on 3 and 4. And if he has to get there, it's gonna be pretty tough. But if anybody can do it, Marshall Kent can do it. So now, did we hear this right, that Nick Crummell did not get in the Bet You Win pot?
No, he did not. Neither did Gordy Kilpatrick.
So 2 of our top 5 step ladders did not get in that pot. That would have been. I heard that happened at not this last tournament, but the tournament before.
Yeah, the February Fusion last year, the winner did not get in, and so we carried over. I think at that time it was like $580 that carried over. So the Bet You Win pot was over $1,000 last time. In addition, I think we had a $2,800 first prize for that tournament.
I think I saw that it was like $1,500 or something like that for one of them. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, that could have been what it was. I don't remember. Yeah, because a lot more guys did get in because they knew the carryover was there.
Yeah, yeah, and that's definitely an incentive. And yeah, I believe that I saw Tom Hess won that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So that's a nice little payday.
One thing I have just noticed here while bowlers are still getting their warm-up shots in, Marshall Kent has been practicing way right than where he was down on 3 and 4. So maybe he expected that this lane was going to be playing, where he's going to have to be playing left and tight. And he gets out here and now he realizes he might be able to get some hold room and move back right and feel a little more comfortable.
And now, interesting to see that every game, the higher seed has chosen for the lower seed to start the match on the left-hand lane for us.
Yep. So, Matt Smith is going to start off this final match against Marshall Kent.
9 and 10, this is what it's all for. $2,600 for the winner. Fusion Realtors Open, Maple Lanes, Waterloo, Iowa. this as a best of one game. Oh, that's in. That's really far in.
Wow, look at the hold.
Found a little push.
Do we think that was a whoops, or do we think that was a something he saw in practice? Or is that something that he saw in the game that he was here before? I think it was just a pull, but
well, nobody's bowled on 9 and 10 since the round 6 or 6 game block.
Right. Since he bowled his 277.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I do know that on his count ball in the roll-off, the 9th and 10th frame roll-off on lane 12, he moved 5 and 5 left, according to Brad Miller, just to avoid that hang spot. And, you know, he may have figured out that was probably going to be here, too.
Excellent looking shot from Marshall to start this game.
Yeah, I don't think 175 is going to win this one.
No.
And Mike Flanagan, asking where the two bowlers are from, found out that Matt is from Des Moines. And we have Marshall Kent, who looks like he's from Yakima, Washington.
That's correct.
Total earnings on the tour, $45,000. One title.
At only 22 years of age.
Yeah, this was his first year, I believe.
Yeah.
Won a tournament overseas, if I remember right.
Yeah, the Saudi Arabia Kingdom International Open.
Right.
And that was in 2014.
Both of these
Great looking shot.
have pulled their break point in
considerably.
Significant amount from compared to where everybody else has been this whole time. I wonder if that's something that they both saw in 9 and 10, or if that's what they transitioned to yesterday.
Could be. I'm pretty sure Marshall might be throwing a different ball on each lane.
It almost looked like it was a Marvel S on the left lane.
And IQ towards solid on the right.
I believe so.
Yeah, that was further right. And carries out the 10 late.
Yeah.
That's more where he was playing earlier when he shot the 277 game, according to what I was seeing.
So that's a good thing. I mean, normally with a pole like the first shot, that you'd be looking at a 5 count, but with a hold like that,
Yeah. Well, I thought it was going to be a flat 10.
Wow.
I think he just got enough kick off that wall or the gutter cap or the flat gutter and got the 10 out.
Mm-hmm.
Third frame, Matt Smith.
Wow.
That looked like the same line he started through in the first ball.
He definitely moved in on that lane. Either that or he pulled and bowled.
I don't know, you look pretty confident in
that
that.
one looked a lot more confident. Yeah. But then there's always the thought that maybe he did oops at the first frame, realized that there's hold, and then purposely did that. And now he might have a line.
Could very well be.
Marshall Kent is no stranger to pressure situations. Up now in the third frame. Nobody has missed.
He's definitely throwing a different ball in this lane.
Yes.
Good shot. Wow.
Great.
Both bowlers start off front 3. Each one matching each shot. It's kind of crazy how many people in this tournament have been using one ball in one lane and then switching to a different ball in the other lane.
Marshall did that in qualifying.
Yep. And we saw Greg Thomas using 2 different balls.
Yep. There's still about 75 people here in the bowling center, and it is dead silent.
It's got to carry.
Oh, that one flattened
Yeah,
out.
2-pin.
Yeah.
All right, so Marshall Kit, first to have a hiccup in the game. Both bowlers run 3.
Choosing to hook at the 2-pin. I expected him to go straight at him.
Surprise.
All right, so an opening for Matt Smith here, the 4th frame. A little earlier than I would have thought for these two. It's got to hold. Oh, and a little bit more trouble, leaving a 3-10. 6 carrying out late. And an open. So Marshall Kent takes lead sitting on the bench.
That one looks wide.
That's wide. Oh. And a 6 count.
You could almost tell off his hand that he missed his drop in his drop in mark. Much too far right. This is not an impossible spare though. Oh, missed that.
Oh.
Pin right. Oh.
And leads the 2-pin.
So Marshall, he's a 3-time member of Team US of junior team. Oh no, 3-time member of Team USA, including in 2014. He was Collegiate Player of the Year in 2011 and 12, and 2012 and 13 for Robert Morris.
And actually, he just qualified again earlier this month for Team
Yeah,
USA
did he?
2015. He was in the top 3 and qualified.
Funny that he was at 22 years of age, he was the oldest
Yeah.
in the finals.
Yeah, A.J. Chapman, who was just from about 35, 40 miles down the road from us, finished second in our last Fusion tournament, and he qualified for Team USA. He was second.
So chance. Oh.
Got
Got
away.
up early on him.
Actually, I think A.J. was third, and Marshall was second.
And
Two
Cameron Doyle.
16-year-old Cameron Doyle. Amazing.
How awesome is that?
Crazy.
Amazing.
So now is this a tournament that do you do smart where youth bowlers can bowl?
Yes, we do, and normally we get quite a number of them, but with the college tournament this weekend, we didn't. I think we only had 2 that bowled that were looking to take smart funds, and neither one of them cashed. But a couple of years ago, I think I wrote the check to Smart for about $3,200, so we had
Wow.
quite a number of younger bowlers that did really well.
Marshall taking his time on this 6-pin spare.
Looked like he had to put a piece of tape in the ball. All right, he picks up the 6-pin. Max score of 267 for Kent.
268.
268.
Marshall definitely has a lead. And yes, staying clean is going to be vital in this match. Sticking with the Marvel S on the left lane.
Inside, there's so much
shot.
hold in there right now. Let's remind everybody out there that first place in this match does take home $2,600. Second place does take home $2,100. And we also just have to thank our sponsors again, Fusion Realtors, Storm Bowling. Without our sponsors, this kind of prize fund wouldn't be possible. Budweiser. That's true, 3,100 with the bonus.
Much better shot for Matt.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Also, without the sponsors, we wouldn't be having the InsideBowling.com live stream. So,
Exactly.
gotta thank the guys for that too.
Another good shot.
Wow.
That could have been disaster,
Yeah.
but
Tore it open.
Got away with it.
Crazy.
Can opener right there.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, bowling fan, that is right. I believe it's correct. 3,170 with the bonus. 570 in the bet you win pot.
3,160, but that's close.
Oh, yeah.
Marshall's still in the lead here. Strike here on the right lane will secure that lead for a few more frames.
And yes, Greg, that was Shannon Buchan in the background.
Shots out. Oh,
Wow.
Solid 9.
wow.
Wow. That looked really good.
You can see that one was a lot later of a reaction than that last shot on that lane, so you got to wonder if he's made a move or if he threw a better shot.
If he
or
did, I was looking where he was lining up with his feet, and I looked earlier, and he was standing right about 40.
Yeah.
And he might have been 41 if he did. I mean, if he did make a move, it was one board left, but it did look like he put the ball more inside in the front part of the lane. So maybe it caught oil and delayed the reaction a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But from
Ooh,
compared
look
to
out.
where he struck in the third frame, it looked like the break point was further right. So kind of getting it into that lower. Because I know
he had the speed to keep it through the pocket and only leave the 9.
Mm-hmm.
So Marshall Kent still has the lead for now. Max score of 248. Matt Smith can strike out for 245. on this left lane. He's still throwing the Marvelous, and he is a good 5 or 6 boards left than he is with his feet on 10.
And that looked a little right, but that
Oh.
came back. So I feel like this left-hand lane with that extra amount of room, not having the ball return there, that people are feeling a little bit freer to open up.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like a lot of momentum, so you need that full approach, which you can't recreate on the right lane.
Right, I'm sure that's why he's throwing the other ball on the right lane, because it probably doesn't hook quite as much, and he doesn't have to get quite so far left.
So Matt Smith here needs a strike to stay in the match.
So right. Oh,
Got
kicks
the
out that
10
10 lane.
out.
Friendly 6-pin.
Wow. So 3-pin match right now. That is a good question in the chat. Any type of dress code at all?
No, basically we just ask the guys not to wear jeans with holes in them, or look tacky and that type of thing. But whatever they're comfortable bowling in, we're fine. Especially for this September tournament, it gets pretty warm in here, so we pretty much relax that. So a lot of guys wear shorts.
It's a good shot.
It's going to push.
Whoa.
Tore it
Can
again.
opener again.
Boy. This is one more in a line of many heated matches.
Did I say it's going to be tough to match the intensity of that last game? Because I think they've done it.
I think we're there.
Now, if this game ties,
Oh my.
it'll be this is going to go down as one of the best tournaments of the year.
I do have to say, with that added money, it's not just $500 difference; it's $1,000.
That's right.
Marshall has made that move now on this right lane.
It's creeping even more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is at least 2 to 3 boards left more now than he was on the last shot on this right lane.
Oh, he got wide. Got it wide.
No.
Oh, wrap
my.
10.
Wow, that was wrapped.
That was a great adjustment from that 9-pin.
That was definitely wider, and it seems like if you're getting it right, it's too much angle. Too much angle on this shot right now. Wow.
Well, with a spare here, Matt can strike. What does he need to shut out, Marshall? Is that possible?
Well, no, Marshall finishes first.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
Marshall finishes first. So.
So Marshall with a possible 228.
245 for Matt Smith if he gets 3 in the 10th.
If he gets 3 in the 10th, I think Matt has to get the first one. Unless the count gets bad.
Marshall needs double 6 to force Matt Smith to get a 9 in the 10th frame. Looks a little wide. Good shot.
Beautiful shot.
It seems like this is the good lane to finish on. It looks like providing a couple of boards down lane on a break point, whereas on lane 10 you got to be super close. So another strike in 6. Or 7. Forces Matt Smith to get the first strike.
That's a good
exactly
shot.
the
Hold
same.
in.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
So that takes a lot of pressure off Matt Smith right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all you'll need is a mark.
Yeah.
Nope. Marshall not happy about that at all. 218 for Marshall Kent.
So he just needs
A mark.
a mark. Decent count.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my.
There's a 9.
That was somewhat
No.
fortunate. That was plenty
Yeah.
high.
So now
He needs the spare.
spare and 5
Spare.
for the win.
Actually, I think he only needs spare. Yeah, spare 5.
There it is.
Spare.
There it is, and you have your champion.
5 tens.
Gotta get 5 pins.
That's true. I spoke too soon.
Don't get too excited, man.
That should do it.
There it is.
There it is.
Matt Smith, your winner.
What a
of the
match.
Fusion
What a
Realtors
tournament.
Open. Maple Lanes. $2,600 for the win. $560 for the bet you win pot. Marshall Kent, second place. $2,100. What a finish. Not only this match, but the whole step ladders just unbelievable. Unbelievable,
Yeah,
man.
the step ladders were amazing.
That was just
You could not have asked for closer matches
no.
with more intensity and concentration from the athletes.
I mean,
it really didn't get any better than that.
Look at this game. I mean, Matt Smith, 2 opens in the middle of the game, comes back.
Yeah, let's take a look at it here.
Gosh,
Yeah, 2 opens, 4th and 5th. Comes back with 4 in a row. While Marshall goes spare strike off the sheet like that.
yeah, and I mean, unbelievable. Such great shots from. And now we're being joined by the winner of the Fusion Realtors Open. Unbelievable run, Matt Smith. Matt, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How did it feel knowing that you're going to bowl the final match on 9 and 10, where Game 6 you just came off of a 277? Did that boost you up a little bit? Boost the confidence?
You know, that did. I did remember that pair set up very nicely for me in qualifying. So it helps bring a little extra confidence going into the match, knowing that I hit that well before, and I knew I could do it again. So I was glad I was able to at least take advantage of that a little bit.
So were you nervous at all after the semifinal, going in knowing you had to bowl Marshall Kent, a PBA Tour titleist, Team USA member? Did it jazz you up a little bit?
I was actually probably more relaxed that match than I was the one before.
Really?
Did you have any room to be worried after the
Yeah,
tie?
No. With that match prior to, and I felt pretty blessed to even be in the final match altogether, because I certainly could have easily have lost that match as well. So I was pretty happy just to even be in the final match, let alone against Marshall. So he's a great competitor, and we put a pretty good match on, I think.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. It was an excellent match. Excellent match. The last two, the semifinal against Brad Miller, going in there and tying with a low game, and 11 and 12. I mean, it was just rough. It looked like 12 was really slick, and 11 was like okay.
Yeah, 11 wasn't set up too bad, but you still had to make a good shot.
Right.
There was no room for margin. Lane 12, it just seemed like neither one of us could really dial that in.
I know.
Didn't want to be on that lane.
Nope.
I wasn't happy to have to finish the roll-off 9th and 10th on that lane, but at that point, you got to block it all out.
Right.
You just got to step
Just
up
gotta
there
go up there and throw
try
it.
to execute the best shot you can. And luckily, I was able to do that.
And with that, I mean, you started the match on lane 11 where you had gone high the last few shots, including the 6 count on the fill ball. And then you made an adjustment off of that and just 10-backed it. That was the thing you needed to do on that match. So just getting up there and making the shots. And we've called it a shot maker's pattern the whole time. And you guys got up there, and that we couldn't have asked for anything better than that. You made such a run. The 4th and 5th game had a little bit of a rough go on the 6th game. Qualified second, 6 pins under Marshall Kent. Go against Brad Miller, who's on a string, qualified 9th.
Yeah.
Comes all the way to the match, gets 3rd.
Yeah, Brad made a great run today.
He really did.
And it's difficult from that position to be able to walk your way all the way up that far.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hard to continuously put games together and continuously beat guys. So, and I certainly applaud him for being able to go as far as he did, because that's a tough thing to do from starting at the very first match that part of the day and work your way all the way through that many guys is very difficult to do. So I was just happy to even get to that point. And I didn't come in with a great qualifying squad yesterday, enough to get into today.
We were talking about that. I mean,
Yeah.
go after the first game today, you were in 33rd.
Yep.
And then, or I'm sorry, 38th. And then worked your way all the way up, going to 8th, then to 6th, and then you wound up leading it, and then you fell to 2nd after that last game.
Yeah.
But
I made a ball change just at the right time. Luckily, it was sooner than later. I figured I needed to do something, and at that point, I had nothing really going. I had nothing to lose. I said, let's try something brand new. Pulled out a brand new ball I hadn't thrown all week, and just decided to give it a shot. And it opened up something for me that
Seems like it paid off.
It paid off tremendously. It gave
Literally.
me a look that I didn't have that really opened my eyes and allowed me to do some things to really make up some ground.
and we had a question in the chat. What was going through your mind after those 2 opens?
I sat down and said, here we go again. Unfortunately, I've had a couple of those. I had that in the match before where opening the first shot on the right lane, step up, and you're still thinking about that right lane, and you execute a fairly poor shot again. And I sat down after that and went, you did it again. You got to block that shot out. If you make a bad shot, you do what you can to clean it up, and you got to just focus on the next shot and not remember the previous one.
That's what you did. You
Yeah.
definitely did it. Put 4 together in a row after those 2 opens, and that really put you on top of Marshall, as he just couldn't carry on
Just lost a little carry.
on that left lane, or the right lane. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just fortunate to even be in that match the way that the previous match went. So I felt fairly relaxed. I figured I just need to go up there and execute what I can do. I can't affect how Marshall bowls, and just tried to do what I could do out on the lanes.
Well, Matt, it was excellent bowling to watch. Excellent plays. I haven't seen an exciting tournament like that in a very long time.
I'm glad we could entertain the fans.
It was
We had
great.
a lot of people still watching.
It was
and
great.
I think everyone was really getting into it.
There was at least 75 people still here in the center watching.
We had 160 in the
Yeah,
viewers.
so
on the
I mean,
live
a lot of
stream,
people
so.
saw it. It was great bowling. Congratulations, champion here of the 2015 Fusion Realtors Open at Maple Lanes in Waterloo, Iowa, Matt Smith.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for coming in and videotaping this chat.
You're
web chatting,
very
all
welcome.
that kind of stuff. We certainly appreciate that.
Thank you for bowling to make that possible.
Thank you very much.
So on behalf of myself here and Ricky Matzko and all of our glorious sponsors, Maple Lanes here, the Waterloo, Iowa, the city itself, Joe Engelkiss, his family, the tournament staff, the employees of the bowling center, Storm Bowling Products, the Waterloo Convention, Visitors Bureau, Budweiser, Community First National Bank, P&K Midwest, and the Kingpin Bar and Grill here in Maple Lanes. We are going to sign off, and we will catch you at the next event. Thanks for watching.